You are now in 7th grade. You are young adults, so be mature.
Here in the junior high, we have much stricter due dates. In 6th grade, it was just late, but here in the 7th grade, you either get a 0 or a Saturday school.
Always bring supplies to classes, or else you will probably get warnings.
Do not rush your assignments, or you will probably fail, and you should use all the time provided in class.
Since you're moving from 3 to 7 classes, it's important to keep up with your homework and all your classes.
The teachers in 7th grade give you more freedom to talk to other people in class and ask for help. They also let you ask them for more help than they do in 6th grade.
Look, from experience, I can tell you, 7th grade is scary, but the teachers are here to help. They're waiting for you to ask questions. You can't be scared to ask them. There's plenty of help in 7th grade.
Don't worry about having to eat your lunch all at one time because you get extended time.
In junior high, you have lots of responsibilities, so you have to make sure you get all of your work done and pay lots of attention.
You can't get away with not doing your work because it costs a lot more points.
Don't worry about popularity anymore. It doesn't matter because nobody cares about that stuff anymore.
Please don't make a big scene in class or mess around. It can distract others from their work.
Teachers in the middle school are a lot more relaxed about eating food in class, so you can pretty much eat like any time unless they specifically say you can't.
If you get a boyfriend or girlfriend, I wouldn't count on it lasting long, because 90% of the time, they end about 3 days.
In the next year, you need to work when you're supposed to and joke around later. Otherwise, it won't count against you.
When you're in 7th grade, you have to focus, no matter what.
If you're given time in Coach Hall's class to study, I'd study. Because 90% of the time, you end up failing that test if you don't.
If you're in band with Mr. Palmer, then I can't stress enough about practicing at home. And don't just practice until you get it right once, practice until you can't get it wrong.
Careful on your mobile devices because you can get in trouble sometimes.
In Coach Miller's class, PE or basketball, there's a lot of exercise, so be prepared to run.
And be sure to keep your grades above a C average so you don't get.
Advice from Miss Mann's class: if you get a book off the shelf, put it back or she will get mad. don't leave trash in Miss Strong's room or else you won't be able to eat breakfast in her room anymore.
In Miss Mann's study hall, you should not abuse your music privilege or you'll ruin it for everyone else and get your privilege taken away.
In Mr. Williams' class, he likes to joke around, but when it comes to the assignments, put down something more descriptive and outward. Don't put something stupid and small.
Look, I've been in choir for a while now, and I understand it's hard to sing loud, but Miss Lane can't help you if she can't hear you. Sing loud and proud, that's our motto.
Let me give you a piece of advice from Mr. Williams' class. Find a way, not an excuse.
When you're with Miss Strong, do not flood her with a bunch of stupid questions that have no relation to the topic.
You can always play it around in Miss Strong's class, but at the end of it all, you have to finish your work.
If you want to join band, but you're afraid because you don't know how to read music, don't worry about it. Reading music is a lot easier than you think. It's like reciting the alphabet.
Stay active in Coach Wheeler's class.
Don't take advantage of his lead.
If you're given time in Coach Hall's class to study, I'd study. Because 90% of the time, you end up failing that test if you don't.
In junior high basketball, during basketball season, we work on our plays a lot. Also, off seasons we condition way more than we did in Pee-wees. We have a lot bigger shoes to fill in junior high basketball. Basketball, Coach Haney makes you run way more than Coach Cheek and Pee-wees. Also, she doesn't really care for your excuses so much, but that's okay. Just get on the good side.
If you want to get on a teacher's good side, then you should try to get on Coach Hall's. But one important thing you should not do is chew gum in his class. At the beginning of the year, Coach Hall gives you all rules. As long as you follow these rules the whole year, you'll probably be on the good side.
If you have Miss Lane's class next year, you should know that if you're a bad singer or you mess up, don't be scared of it. She'll help you and stuff.
Okay, Coach Hall acts really harsh, but he does actually care about his students, and he's actually really approachable, but it doesn't seem that way at all.
Nobody wants to hear your excuses anymore. They just want to hear if you got it done or not.
If you have Mr. Williams, and you probably will, you should know he's a more lenient teacher. He's a more funner teacher than most other teachers.